Okay. All right. Welcome to December 19th. This is the, I guess, second to last Trader Talk of the year. Do we have, let me just double check all the Thursdays remaining. What does that look like? Okay, so I guess we'll chat after Christmas. Okay, that'll be fun. That's the 26th. Should we cancel that next week? Markets won't be open, right? 26? Are we trading? No, markets are open on 26.
Market is open.
Okay. All right. If they'll pay data decay, then we should still hold shop. All right. So we'll meet on the 26th then. That should be fine. It might be smaller than usual, but then that's okay. All right. But yeah, welcome to week 50 of 2024. Let's go through all the fun stuff. We'll look at sentiment data across the board. Um, Let me just double check the calendar. We have our Christmas session. Is Kurt here? Kurt. Oh, I don't have the participant list up. Kurt is here. Kurt,
Yeah,
do
just
you, yeah, welcome. Do you, do you know much about our upcoming meeting? I don't know anything.
well, it's basically it's about trading earnings events.
Okay, excellent.
I don't know who the speaker is, but and then afterwards talked about having just a panel discussion of course, you know, yourself, myself, Wani, and Flav to talk about our earnings trades
Okay,
if we're available.
okay, excellent.
You know how we do well, how we set them up, you know, just general earnings events, or it could be just on anything else.
And is this a free event due to
Yes,
the, okay,
I
excellent.
think so. Yeah.
It's not in the copy, but I can read between the lines. All right, thank you. I'll make sure to let me remind myself to help promote that. Okay,
Okay.
thank
You know, we can check in. Well, it's in a couple days, so.
yeah. Okay, no worries. This weekend, yeah. Okay,
Hi
thank you,
guys.
sir. Hey, welcome, Wani. There you are. We were wondering where you
Yeah,
went.
I'm here. I'm here.
Let me
So
double.
it can be kind of like an open meeting type. We people
Well,
can
the
share the
second half,
doc.
the second
Second
half,
half.
yeah.
Okay. Sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about, you know, you tend to do the theta trades on earnings, and Wani and I typically do directional stuff. So,
Yeah.
and
They all
just share,
work. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah.
share your experience.
Yeah, and I'll share my numbers. This earnings season, like the last 3 weeks, has not been good. That's okay. And again, I'm avoiding the AI stocks, so I'm still getting blown away by like 20% plus movers.
Yeah,
But yeah, it happens.
and I've picked bad choice directions too. So
Yeah.
whatever.
We'll talk turkey soon. All right, thank you,
Okay.
sir. All right. So yeah, but yeah, happy to go over that, and yeah, the dicey market is to be expected. All right, good times. Fun idiots of the week, and again, based on feedback from Dave, we will keep it a little bit shorter and sweeter. But again, it's been a rich week. A lot of fortunes have changed hands this week. But again, here's the screenshot just from like the top loser posts from Wall Street Bets, and this is under the loss filter. These fools celebrate disasters. Like, and again, this is like Descartes' nightmare, right? I mean, that like that old proverb is what I think, therefore I am. And with Gen Z kids, it's I lose and I share my losses, therefore I am. It's ridiculous. But yes, I guess you got to scratch that existential itch somehow. But yeah, just look at these headlines. Horrific. And we'll definitely look at these in just a sec.
I'm looking at the comment numbers. Yeah, this is amazing. How do you have 800 people and that other one is like 1,700?
They celebrate this. It's
It's
because
bizarre.
it's internet fame
People
for
don't have
in their
enough
form.
life.
They
I know.
don't. They don't have a life. That's why they're
It-
great counterparties
29,
to sell to.
2,900. Oh, that's votes.
Yeah.
It, it,
Those are
it
upvotes.
almost it's
So
almost
the second one was like 1,700, I think.
Uh, the
1,500.
36,000 is the top one, and then yeah, it's
Well, no,
18.
comments.
Comment, yeah,
Yeah,
the
1,500.
1,500.
That's huge. That's incredible.
We'll look at it. And again, we need to understand the counterparty. Like this is our ecosystem, right?
Exactly. I
Like
mean,
we're all
they're a
super
bunch of children.
predators feeding on the krill right here. So,
Look,
you know,
your counterparty is the big trading. I'm blanking on the.
pension funds, the big boys. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, you're trading against uh,
Prop firms, hedgies.
yeah, no, you're trading against the fast traders, the guys who make market in option.
The
You're
trading
not
desk. Yeah,
trading
yeah,
against individuals.
the big trading desk. Yeah, especially for the 1256
Citadel.
products.
You're trading against Citadel and whoever's competing with Citadel for all of the options volume.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Dave, when you mentioned that we are trading against fast traders, who are they?
Citadel. There's this giant bank that basically moves half the stock market. They're counterparty for like half the stock market, and they have computers. I mean, they were talking about building ASICs that made decisions faster than computers. I mean, they're like HFT, only they trade huge amounts of stock.
HFT? What is HFT? Oh, yeah,
High
okay.
High
frequency.
frequency. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I actually posted a video a few weeks ago, maybe about there was a documentary about fast trade. What is that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a really good documentary. What was
There's
that called again? Fast something? What is that?
there's a book and a movie called Flash Boys. But we can
Yeah, I
talk
heard
about that
that.
later. Citadel really does move like half the market. They're counterparty for huge amounts.
But aren't they not like market makers?
Yeah, they are a market maker.
I mean,
But
there's no way we can compete with them.
no, that's the thing. You're not trading with individuals like Warren keeps on saying. You're trading with the Citadel machine that's doing all of these calculations. They have all this stock inventory and all of these option inventory, and they're doing magic um, to build this package that's delta neutral or profitable. Even though it doesn't look like anybody could ever make a profit, they're finding a way to make a profit.
These are the guys that crash the market every now and then, right?
Uh,
No, they're the monsters that could manipulate the market in a heartbeat.
I mean, we wouldn't think about like trying to compete or trade against them. There's no way. We are little retail traders. So how
Yeah, no, we don't move the market.
we
right.
don't move
So,
nothing. We
so
shouldn't be even thinking about that, right?
Well,
So
you can move gold. The gold isn't liquid enough. Seriously,
silver,
gold,
silver.
how?
there's
How do you do?
contract. There's only like 5 contracts at every price level. You can put in a 50 contract and move the price of gold for the whole or for the whole world.
Yeah, I did one day, guys, a few years ago. There was a I can't remember what the vehicle was, but the number of puts and calls was just in the dozens, a day, something like 120 a day. And then I put one for 20 or 30, I can't remember, puts, and all of a sudden the price changed, So the ones that are in the low hundreds, if you put a few dozens of a call or a put there, you move the price quickly, It's kind of funny to see.
Yeah, that's the HFT story, and
Yeah.
you should look at the book Flash Boys or find a summary.
Yeah, it's in the chat. I dropped it in for you guys. I've read it a long time ago, but I will dig it out of the storage unit and reread it.
You can find a summary, but it's available on audiobook.
Yeah, and it's a great author, Michael
Your
Lewis.
public
He's
library or
yeah. Oh,
somebody has.
or Rob Walker's not here, but what is it? PDF drive from the Tongan Mirror. Here you go, right here. Here,
It'll be on your public library.
we'll, forget,
I get things at public library all the time.
we'll find a book. Flash Boys. Um,
Wow, I can see what you're watching.
I'm looking up Flash Boys, dog. It's pulling up Japanese porn. Oh, here we go. Michael Lewis. There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Wait, is this in Espanol? What?
No, it's in English. It just
No, this one is not in English.
yeah.
The English one. Hey, Dave, is it really a good book to read?
It's inner.
Well, there's a lot of story about how they're using radio waves and they are
Wow.
right. So, the fastest shortest
Oh
distance to
no.
run their
Yeah, yeah,
fiber. And I mean, they're
yeah,
trying to make market.
yeah.
They see a trade over here for 100 shares and they'll change the market. I mean, there was a whole bunch of people doing this game.
Hmm.
And it was kind of a big scam, but it was
Hmm.
a big thing for years.
Hmm.
But
Is
you
there a movie too?
find a
Mm,
summary of it
no.
on YouTube.
There's no movie.
It'll be like a
Okay.
15-minute summary. You can find the audiobook on YouTube. I don't read. It's too much
Oh.
energy.
The Big Short is adjacent to this. Same author, by the way, Michael Lewis. He's a former investment banker turned
Right,
writer. He lives in
right,
Berkeley. Uh,
right.
I do want to grab coffee with him at some point. I would love to meet him, but
Invite him to the SVOG.
I don't know
That'd
if we
be
can
great.
afford him. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
he'll probably do. We're nonprofit, so he'll probably do it,
but
volunteer.
it's worth a shot. Dude, let me write it down. He is loco. Shit,
Yeah,
Michael
he's
Lewis.
local.
You
He's
Uh,
probably can
famous.
take
He's
them out
famous.
for a lobster dinner or something and hang out with them for a couple hours.
Warren G will cook a tomahawk. We'll invite him to the Elk Lodge. We'll meet in person.
Or take him to Rick Cabaret or something.
Shout out to our sponsor, Rick's Cabaret out of Dallas.
Right? That would be easy. He'll come right on. So,
Oh my God. We are the best trading club in the world. We keep it hip. All
yeah.
So
right, all
you'll
right.
be able to before we waste a whole bunch of time, you'll be able to find articles about Citadel.
Okay, thank
They
you.
Oh,
are the
yeah, yeah,
elephant in
yeah.
the room.
They
They are
are.
your
Okay.
counterparty.
Okay,
Well,
thank
they're the
you.
one that got taken down by all those Robin Hood kids with the GameStop thing.
That was
Remember?
Melvin Capital. Yeah, it
And
was.
Citadel
They
too.
probably
Citadel.
took a
Yeah,
little heat. They're too
yeah.
big to have been crushed.
Yeah, Citadel, Marwin, all those people. I posted a video, the money bots about the high frequency trading. It's a really good
Oh,
documentary.
cool. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
really
Thank you.
enjoy it. Yeah. Learn a lot.
Oh, very cool. Add this to my watch list. Okay, excellent. Thank you. All right. So yeah, we'll take a look at those fun idiots. We'll go over our market overview, and since I don't have Java problems on my side, Toss is running so much better. So yeah. All right, cool. And we'll look at oh, this is beautiful. We gotta look at the CNN Fear and Greed Index. The numbers are outrageously red. It's lovely. And as the resident contrarian bear, this is I'm just excited. I'm just giddy with excitement. I've waited my whole life for this kind of stuff. But silver is on suicide watch, and that's
Fear
not good.
moves really fast.
What?
Fear moves really fast.
Thank God.
And
Like,
and
well,
and it goes too far. So it creates these overshoot things that dampens
right.
weight. Like,
And I put it in Discord, like I forgot to milk the VIX on the reversion. Like we're talking about the VIX and it's right in front of me, and I'm still too dumb. But yeah,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
working on it. Working
I
on
was
it.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I traded the up market. I took longs
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
at the end of the day.
Very cool. So yeah, we'll take a look
Yeah.
at those indicators. We'll take a look at Jeffrey Hirsch's Stock Traders Almanac. Oh, this is already out of date. We gotta look at December, January, and February. All right, cool. And then, oh, this is out of date. And then we'll look at earnings. Oh, sorry, this is out of date. It's towards the tail end, but yeah. Oh, this is also out of date. Sorry. All right. And then getting to our main news cycle, here's a lot of econ news, and we're gonna definitely talk FOMC. And I got a couple, I grabbed a bunch of great comments out of the Zero Hedge community. Links all here. But yeah, we'll definitely go over this, in layman's terms, what happened, what to expect, and how to milk the future trades. And then got around this paywall thanks to the archive redirect. But there's three important crosses that this premium article on Zero Hedge talked about. And we'll look at the dollar, the 10-year, and the yen. So they're all making important golden crosses. So we'll take a look at those levels. And another great summary article we'll look at in just a bit. This is the key diagram I want us to look at. So this is assets and leveraged and inverse exchange traded funds. It's just very, very high distributions in this asset class. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. And then this goes to Dave's point about Citadel, exactly to it. So remove the algos and the day would have looked very different. My point is, as long as algo trading is allowed, big money will be used to manipulate the market. How else can the market unanimously sell over 4 billion in 2 hours on sell the news? It was pre-planned. And from our prior research, we do know there is a unspoken subscription service to Biden's U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics. So yeah, there's a what's the guy's name in Trading Places? The trench coat guy with the hat who's in charge of moving the papers. Whatever. Well, there's that kind of character.
So that V that I pointed to, the $1,200 V, that was definitely, it felt like the whole market was sort of driving down.
Yeah, yeah,
It,
yeah.
it, it was like the old days. I really did enjoy that. And it was a perfect V.
Very clean. Just everyone had, the project timeline in front of them. Cool. And then we'll take a look at some other mixed bagged indicators with the Trump effect. And on the foreign relations side, this is blowing up. It is incredible. Okay, cool. We'll talk about jobs a little bit. And God, there's a lot of revisions under the Biden administration and massive criminal pardons. What else? Just crazy stuff. So yeah, what's that? 31 days on the clock, 32? So yeah, Biden's team is gonna do a lot. All right, cool. Black Swan list has been updated. I added, we'll talk a little bit about the FAA, and I've done some digging, and it's the Naval Advanced Warfare Arm that's doing all their drone testing. It's not quite as sinister as it seems, but very unusual. But yeah, we'll talk that and other issues. But uh, things are getting a little bit toasty in the subways, among other things, in New York. All right, cool. Pivoting to theaters of war, we do have more drama between the Houthis and airstrikes. So we'll talk Yemen for a second. And then shifting to banksters and fun currency news. I saw this one article had some great diagrams on sort of breaking down different economic epochs. So we'll take a look at this. This is more from the IMF's point of view, but I think it's relevant. And they're calling the '08 to 2021 era the slowballization, like post GFC. So we'll take a look at that. And then we'll take a look at the very US centric markets that are dictating global exchanges. And if you think about how the S&P dominates the world, and if you look at what dominates the S&P, effectively what you're really seeing is it's Nvidia that's overvalued and bringing us all into this everything bubble. So, when you compare the analytics of, the OECD nations without America, it's still a really high correlation. So we'll take a look at that, and we're all in the same basket of fraudulent assets, and we're all going to hell together. So we'll take a look at that. And in our research, this is posted on Discord too, but yeah, we found that for the last 90 days, Nvidia and Bitcoin has a correlation coefficient of 0.86. That is insane. That is insane.
That
It's
is insane.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, and this is really easily pulled from the Brave AI. I just asked it what's the correlation efficient between Nvidia's stock price and Bitcoin. But yeah, beautiful data, and yeah, it's very frothy. So as a result of this, I've updated my second monitor, and I think I posted on the Discord in case you guys didn't see the screenshot. But let me pull it up for you guys, and yeah, here I'll show you.
So, that's an edge.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You can watch one stock and expect the other stocks to do exactly the same. And you get confirmations.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
exactly.
it helps you make those final decisions of, are we stalling out or not? And
Right.
I've been doing that since the 90s.
I
That
just
was
started in
really
2024, but I'm catching up.
Hang on a minute. Hey, Warren, so
Yeah.
having two monitors, what are you monitoring?
Oh, well, I'm getting to that, right? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, please, please.
yeah, so let me do a deeper dive. So in reflection of this very NVIDIA-centric market, so this is a screenshot of my second monitor. So it's a big, like the old Thunderbolt 4K thing. So it's a 28-inch thing. So basically, I have my default four face, right? This is my standard chart. And if you guys want the links for any of this, I can share all of this. So first off, this four face on the top left, this is from Jim Norton, and this is all built from him. So I inherited this amazing setup. So it has person's pivots. A lot of stuff is built into this. And then the only modification from Jim's original build was I added in on balance volume for the 90-day snapshot on the bottom left. So the views are 20-year top left, top right 1 year, bottom left 90 days, and bottom right 5 days, or 1 day if you want to get that surgical. So yeah, and then for the other indicators, so here we got the inverse U.S. dollar. This includes all dollar-denominated assets, including bonds. So this is my best forward indicator. And then here's NVIDIA, and I have that existing trend line that we drew together a while ago. Here's the S&P 500, and depending on the time of day, I'll switch between futures back to SPX. So if it's not market hours, I'll switch it to ES, and if it's during trading hours, it goes back to the 1256 versions. So I got the S&P, I got the Nasdaq, I got the Russell, I got the diamonds and the Dow right here. I got Tesla and DJT because I kind of want to pay attention to that. BTC is the big one here that's kind of near, I would call it almost a forward leading indicator to a certain extent. But it's good because crypto's open 24/7. So the S&P isn't even that. ES minis aren't exactly 24/7. Even gold isn't 24/7. So it's nice to get a window into the market between those weird hours from Saturday night to about Sunday AM before Asia opens up. All right. And then you got to track VIX because if you guys have been following Dave's conversation and I on Discord, there's a lot of mean reversion opportunities here. So, and we just had the second biggest spike of the year for VIX, but there were only two all year. So, can you have a 6-month plan for that? Maybe, maybe not. All right.
yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I got gold here, top on the top right here, oil, the 10 years, and I also like to keep the today's option stats on the top right. And I look at PCR data and the bearish the low delta bearish bet because if this number spikes, then that shows extreme urgency because typically 0 to 20 bets shouldn't hit. So if a lot of money put money on that side, then it's high urgency and relatively it's on the move. It's a momentum trade. And then here's the option chain. And once you kind of open this up, once you see the table view, you can kind of see if you're selling credit spreads, you can see how far it is from the at the money price. And so long as it maintains a healthy gap, you don't have to do anything. You can sit in the toilet for all day. And so long as you see there's a nice buffer, you don't worry about it. So yeah, so that's how I've interpreted leveraging NVIDIA and dollar strength to really look at entries and exits. And it's amazing to see everything line up and move in tandem. It makes trading so much easier. So hopefully that answers your question, Wani. All right.
Yeah, this is amazing, amazing. Hey, you think we can get together one day?
Yeah, of course. But yeah, and all the notes I wrote in detail on Discord too. So it's in the Think or Swim channel. You can check it out. All right, cool. So yeah, so that's the
Does
takeaway.
that include the share, the Think or Swim share?
The share does not. I can. Which one do you need? Yeah, just ping me. Yeah, we can. I'll share all the links. Not a problem. Just ping me, Joe. Yeah. But yeah, let me just move the program forward. So yeah, we can keep going. I don't want to keep everyone waiting. But yeah, so that's the key takeaway from the high correlated markets. So again, being good traders, we're on that eternal search for higher alpha, and part of that is finding non-correlated assets against NVIDIA. So silver is one of them. Holy shit. Okay, all right, moving on. What else is happening? We're seeing more dovish things happening all across the world, and this is not an exhaustive list of all the things that have been happening. But here's the Bank of England today, at least. And then moving forward into domestic news, we're seeing weakened French fry demand. This is the Idaho Spud stuff. So while this title is a little bit misleading, McDonald's shares is not crashing at the moment, but it is in trouble. So we'll take a look at that. And this is maybe a good time to review our type 2 diabetes watch list. And we just had a Darden Restaurant International earnings, right? We should maybe take a look at that. They hold a lot of cheapo pasta franchises like Olive Garden and stuff. All right, shifting to real estate news. This has been huge, and you guys know I've been, my real passion is buildings. It's not even trading. This is like my left hand playing. And you guys, like most of my life before trading big time was in property management for multi units. Everything from Section 8 pieces of shit in East Oakland to some of the most expensive rentals in Cupertino. All right. So yeah, this is ITB. This is the Home Builders ETF. It has the developers, paint companies, Home Depots, Lowe's. It's a good, representation. All right. On balance volume, crashing. And put call ratio 11 plus. What happened? Jerome Powell. It's been a disaster. So basically, we've pissed off the long-term bond market. Inflation is going to be surging to no end, and the transitory 2% target is a joke. And everyone is still readjusting all the back end data, PCE data, jobs data, unemployment data. It's a shit show. And ITV is finally collapsing. I've been tracking this to the high heavens, and it's finally time to put on some serious bearish dollars here. But yeah, that's the home builders ETF, as it were. All right, cool. What else? Pivoting to tech news. I'm a little bit light on this. Sorry, but oops. But yeah, that's the highlight reel for now. A little bit thinner for this week. Only 44 pages today. All right, cool. But yeah, I think that's plenty to talk about. A little bit more focused on the post FOMC moments. But yeah. Questions, comments? Let's see. Splav says BTC futures closes for 1 hour like the other futures, 2 to 3 p.m. Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
But crypto in general is 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah. You can always, I mean, you don't have to go to, / BTC for a
Right.
lookup.
Just
Yeah.
crypto
You
in
just,
general.
you just know it's available. Mhm.
But I wonder though if Coinbase is open 24 hours for people to buy
Uh,
and sell
I
on
thought we're,
Kraken and all those places.
You're the
uh,
expert. Go figure it out.
I mean,
Well, let's move on.
even as a just an observer, I think Coinbase is a bad exchange, reasonably. I think Kraken is a lot better. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm just an amateur, but I mean, ultimately, you want to go to the DeFi route, right? Like you
Yeah,
don't want,
yeah, because
yeah.
I used to trade crypto like 24 hours. Seriously.
Wanting
Before I
needs
started
limitations. Wanting needs
yeah.
more limitations, not 24 hours. That's not what she needs.
Yeah. Hey guys, I have a question here. It's a question for a friend, okay?
Of course.
This guy puts all his savings, everything in as SPY, okay?
Okay.
So I'm thinking here that, and we also discussed this yesterday with Jonathan Massey,
Mm,
and I think there is a kind of a consensus that the market is peaking and it might not go much further early this year, next year. So would you guys say that it's probably a good idea that once we get a few more points into SPY in the next 1 or 2 weeks max, then maybe cash out everything and keep cash and maybe wait for this S&P peak to crash? in the next few months? What do you think?
Here, I'm going to jump in. So everybody's always saying that it's a top. It's always a top for like the last 30 years, and it never was. And then the other one is 2017. The market just went straight up. All the volatility just disappeared from the market because everybody loves Trump, and that's good for business. So I would be very hesitant to make a, a big jump and saying that that's the top is now.
I have to agree with Dave, not just because the market in general. I'm taking examples of like Palantir. Okay, Palantir. I've been watching Palantir for so long. When it was at $40, it's a top. It's a top. I tried to short it. It went to 60, 50, 70, almost 80. So
Yeah.
where's the top?
Well, so like the Fed, the money supply keeps on growing because of the world. Everybody wants to move to the United States because, flight to safety.
Mhm.
And then just the inflation, QEs and houses are now worth twice as much. And there's all this manufacturing of money. So there's this trend that the stock market's always going to go up. It's kind of like houses. At a certain point, houses may come down 20%, but they're never coming down 50 or 70%.
Okay. All right.
I
So
mean,
I
you make
think
your own
go
decision.
long the market is better.
One sec, let me read one. Adolfo, another approach is to aggressively sell covered calls on those SPY shares. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes. Thank you.
It's
Thank you,
all
guys.
top. I mean, there's so many negative people, and they're always wrong.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I'm one of them, right? So,
Me too.
uh, I mean, shit. Most of my wealth is in fucking silver, right? And it's a nightmare. So, no one is more geared for negative delta than Warren. So just don't be as extreme as Warren. And that said, I pulled up RSP's chart. So this is the equal weighted SPX. So this is basically looking at if Nvidia wasn't this monster, what would the market really look like? And
Mhm.
this is it. And here, I want to just point an interesting thing. Just look at the last couple of weeks. Look at these candles. Do you
Mhm.
see any green candles here? No.
Wow.
What do you see? This just shows me the exact quote, which was the investor's proverb. Bears go up the stairs and bulls go up the stairs and bears jump out the window.
Take
Right.
the elevator down.
Right? And then just look at that massive JFK haircut that everyone got this week on Tuesday, right?
Mhm.
That's pretty bad. So this is pretty bearish.
Well, that's
That's
a bunch of days.
right. But that said, let's just consider this. RSP, this is obviously a more sophisticated S&P investor or trader at the very least, because they know that Nvidia is a little frothy. And if they're looking at an equal weighted instrument and they put money behind it, then I would at least expect a smarter, person there. So let me show you what's under the hood. How are these folks playing S&P? They're bullish. Overall, they're bullish. Despite my brief bearish analysis, people are going for the long here. So this kind of shows you that the general consensus is really anticipating higher asset prices with SPY. But the real question is, what does that buy you in the purchasing power? That's a disaster. That is a true inflationary runaway disaster. So, from a precious metals perspective, my silver and gold and lead and ammo and guns are worth more than ever. But probably shouldn't be priced in just dollars because that's a losing bet. But price in oil, price in anything else, bushels of corn, we have a better approximation. So, reluctantly, I would concede that we will have more of a melt up, but the Bears are waiting on the sidelines for
Hey,
sure.
hey, Warren.
So the other way to talk about that is that
Oh
the
man,
general market is moving down, but the high flyers are just zooming up, and the index are moving up, but the majority of the stocks are not.
Yeah, I mean, look at Tesla, right? Look
And
at
you have
Tesla.
that often. That's a standard characteristic of the market.
I mean,
You got to be a little bit careful on the holidays. There's not a lot of volume. It can go all over the place.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's totally true.
hey, Warren.
Yes, sir.
Just another ticker to look at is SPXEW.
PXEW. What is that?
EW.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the equal weighted of SPX. So it's a $7,000. And so it mirrors the SPX closer than the RSP.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's so cool. Thank you very much. That's
And who,
badass.
who trade these tickers like RSP, SPXEW?
Well, this has no options,
There's
so this is a
no,
little bit different. This is better as a reference.
Right.
Yeah. But if you wanted to get into actual, then RSP actually has volume liquidity.
Well,
But
I was
but you
serious
just have to
look at
follow your
subtracting those.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Seriously, look at subtracting those. There's a pairs trade there.
Oh. There. Wait. How do you do the math again? It's just
Just
ticker
minus
minus. Yeah. Is that it?
one stock minus the other stock, or
And
one.
then this is the delta left over.
Yeah.
Okay. Pairs trade. Let me write that down. Holy shit. There you go. Okay. Thank you, sir. Cool. And then I think Adolfo, you'll like CNN's Heisenberg Omen and market breadth indicator. And then who just chimed in at that I forgot who we had like six people talking, but what did I want to say? If you look at the advanced decline lines, it's been a losing week overall. And yeah, a lot of the wealth is very stacked on Mag 7 and nowhere else. And yeah, market breadth reflects that. So let's look at those analytics, and I think we'll feel better about our market overview because of that. Oh yeah, so let's first get started with our poll. I would love to know where you think the S&P 500 will go for the next week.
Yeah, next week is Christmas, right? So
There you go, by Christmas.
yeah, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
biased here.
yeah, just 7 days. We're not talking, next quarter,
Yeah.
5 years from now, just till Christmas. All right.
Warren, we could even predict the number that it will end at the end of the year,
Oh, that would be fun. We'll start like a
right?
pool.
Yeah.
We'll bet some dollars.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. We could yeah. What SPX value do you think we'll finish
You,
at? That'd be
you could
kind
sell a straddle,
of yeah.
just one unit, just one straddle.
All right, let's end the poll. Where did my poll go?
Yeah, you
The
should do
S&P
that. That'd be
Share,
fun.
share result. Hey, look, yeah. All right, let me write that at the end. We'll do a SPX contest. Okay.
Yeah, guess the closing price at the end of the year.
All right.
The closest person, we can have prices or something.
Okay.
I think the S&P futures is due tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is the expiration, right?
Yeah,
20.
everybody left. You pull up
Is-
SPX, and in the top will have a volumes on the contracts.
The future is it's triple witching tomorrow, and
But most everybody left. That's all about the roll that I keep on saying.
Yeah.
just
It'll be in the thing with.
/ES, yeah.
So look
Yeah.
at the volume. The new contract has been new for forever. It's
Yeah.
completely taken over.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still looking at the Z24 values. But yeah, I think
You shouldn't be. I mean, you can look at it, but
I mean not today, but I was before. Yeah.
so I mean, one DTE, your broker's going to kick you out long before one DTE.
Oh, I mean not to trade, just as a reference, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we'll talk about this just in a moment in the almanac, but this is the most optimistic triple witching of the year. Relatively speaking, based on historical data. Anything can happen though. All right, let me share our poll results again for our 7-day preview. Where did that go? Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have 67% on bullish, 17% sideways, and one holdout for bearish. Okay, excellent. And let's pivot to AAII. What did they say? This is a famous buy and hold cohort. They are less optimistic post Tuesday and a little bit more fearful. Same amount of bears, but yeah. Imagine some boomers got some haircuts. All right, cool. And we talked about our meeting, idiots of the week. Yeah, this is fun. We'll go through this. And again, we've posted here for your viewing pleasure anti-suicide resources. And in case you're pro-suicide, you can go to the Great White North and get medical-induced euthanasia. The other side
Oh,
of
palliative care. You can ask for it anytime you want in California.
oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Should we do idiots now or later? Shit, let's do it now. We got most of the band here. Okay. All right. So again, let me drop the link. There is a filter for loss porn, and it's just look up the loss. It's in the middle, but I'm sorry, it's in the parent thread. But yeah. Okay. So here's the top losses of the week. Let's just go through the first one. These are great titles. All right. Are you shitting me right now? Mom's worried about grandkids, and this guy's like, shit, I'm gambling with my rent money already. Puts on girlfriend, can't afford one. Holy shit. This is good. Moms will be moms, I guess. Uh, and then the leftover woman thing in China is bananas. If you want to look at that kind of entertainment, um, those are like some of the first videos I watch, like at 6 a.m. It's just again, it's just the Schadenfreude. Here, let me just drop the channel. It's so funny. This is not geopolitical. It's just looking at demographics and like dating stuff in China. It's hilarious to me. I'll just drop in the chat just in case you guys want to look at this.
What
Anyway,
what happened?
it's like wedding dowries gone insane. Like 40-year-old women demanding like 200,000 US to get married. And they're 40 years old and just unrealistic. And then the millionaires are like, screw you, like crazy 30-year-old hags. I'm just gonna date 22-year-olds. And women are pissed.
They're pissed here in the United States too.
It's just
Because you
it's
can just
more
go to Vietnam and find a little cutie.
yeah. Careful though, careful. All right. Loser number two. All right, sorry. All right, so this is more Tuesday centric. So this is RIP to millions of portfolios today. Massive haircut. So yeah, incredible. Let's see. My portfolio is perpetually red. Literally just another Wednesday to me. That's the top comment. You could just hear the shattering of like software developers turned, options traders in 2023, 2024. All right. And then this one, 18-year-old, never touching options again.
Oh no.
See you at Wendy's. Look like this guy is from Canada trading on IB. Poor kid. Lost 91% in 1 week. That's not the biggest portfolio, but yeah. Um, that's what happens. But you can tell he has like an expensive iPhone. Okay. Number four, I'm dead inside. Let's see. This guy has lost 55%. Nice dead cat bounce, and one single trade took off several $1,000s. Um, yeah, good job, buddy. And this one, $62,000 worth of losses over 3 years.
It's doing good. Wow.
This would be a beautiful guy to inverse. Like, hey, I'll pay you money. Here's $100,000. Just keep trading, and we'll play a couple million on our side.
Do they tell what how they invest?
Um,
They don't, right?
this guy doesn't know what he's investing in at this point. He's just overwhelmed. but he's consistent. You can just, I admire that. And,
Losing consistently.
that's perfect for us. All right. And then last one, diversify your losses.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Rocket Lab, Micron, Robinhood. What's NA? Super Micro. Holy shit. No, just can you just go long on Nvidia like all the other proper retards? No, we gotta be exotic and show some character, some personality. Oh my God, poor kids. Um, but yeah, this is a great comment. It's called tax loss harvesting, and it's classy, okay? Oh my God. Ah, $3,000 a year. Good luck, guys. Oh my God. All right, we're having too much fun. All right, those are the idiots of the week. Let's get into more of our market overview indicators. All right, good times. Hope you feel better about your losing trades. Hi, Cola. Okay. Um, Before we do the indexes, I actually want us to look at CNN, so we just have a better context. So when we look at the big four indexes, we understand what we're looking at. So yeah, the current aggregate number is 28, and it hasn't been this low in a long time. And I keep harping on the seasonality from last year because it's a good indicator. And we've seen the number get really red from like the 1 year ago number, and it was very green. So we're getting back into that space. And here we can see like the historical data. So here's like the aggregate, and see post FOMC, um, these figures have collapsed. All right, let's look at the individual components. So I don't know why, but whatever quant thinks a 125-day moving average on the S&P is a good thing here, but sure. And you can see that buffer has dropped a lot. It's cut in half, a little bit over half actually. It looks like 55%-ish. And then here's the Heisenberg Omen. So this is looking at the extremes of tickers at the 52-week high versus 52-week low. And overwhelmingly, more stocks are on the low side. And again, a lot of wealth is just concentrated on Mag 7. And you might ask yourself, why is that? The answer is not complicated. They're the closest tied to the printing press and key technological trends, but printing press being the most important one of all. So yeah, it's just an unfair advantage.
So
Uh,
the reason why you run a faster moving average is you're going to see the data faster than um like the 200-day. You
yeah,
have an
yeah.
advantage to be running 150-day versus 200
Oh,
because you're going to be able
okay,
to
okay, okay.
visualize it earlier.
Oh, okay, then why not like 50? Like then why not like the 50-day, which more people look at?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Hey, welcome, Ross. Did the
For
market
that
hit a
reason,
top yet?
we use 40.
Sorry, Larry, go ahead.
For that reason, some people use the 40 instead of the 50.
You know what? That's a
Eversley, for instance.
Eversley. He must have some good rationale for that. 40-day, okay.
Yeah,
S&P
that
MA.
comes from a trader named. I got his book because of Eversley, and he's got a bunch of YouTubes. It escapes me now. That's what happens when you get kind of mature.
Is
Give
it
it
Oliver Velez?
Yes, Oliver Velez comes from Oliver Velez.
Oliver Velez.
I couldn't remember the word Citadel, and I've thought about it like 10,000 times.
Oliver Siddell, black guy? Looks like LL Cool J?
No,
No.
Velez.
Velez.
Yeah, yeah, that's the right
That's
guy.
it.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Okay. Looks
He
like
mhm.
he looks like LL Cool J, right? Okay. Sorry, I'm a DJ. Sorry. Okay. I found his YouTube channel. Thank you. Let me find his books. Let me drop this in the chat for you guys. Um,
He funds traders.
he's a one-man prop firm?
Yeah, I think. I mean, he trains and he fund people.
Yeah,
I
that means he's collecting a lot of money for training.
I need some indentured I need some indentured servants. Oliver Oliver Velez. Tools and tactics for the master day trader. Does this sound familiar?
No, I don't think it's him.
No?
That's not him.
Swing trading.
I
Oh, here
have
we
one
go.
of his books.
Okay.
It's okay
Uh,
though. He's really okay.
he's okay. Okay. His
Yeah,
top rated book seems to be, yeah, Tools and Tactics for a Master Day Trader. I'm sure PDF Drive has this, but yeah, let me drop this in the chat so you guys have it. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Larry. Takeaway here was 40 day. Okay, 40 day S&P moving average. I will have to field test that. That sounds fun.
It's
Okay.
just 40 period averages, period.
Oh, 40 periods. Okay, 40
no, I
periods.
think he uses like 21 day. He's big on using 21 day moving average.
So
Yeah,
21
that's
is the
later
standard
on,
number.
but Eversley uses 40 period. Period.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
it's
learned it
like
last
if you're on 5
years.
minute bars, it's 40 periods. You
It's
guys
just
keep on
40
saying,
periods. Monthlies, weeklies,
right?
daily.
200. He's big on 200 too.
Well, then he's using the standard numbers.
Yeah, he does. He does. And he
Okay.
talks a lot about like all these big candles and yeah, I mean the basic stuff.
And here, I'm going to tell you a secret. On my incredibly fast charts, I use
Mhm.
like 4,000.
1,000 minute.
4,000 periods. And because I'm, at 100 contracts per bar.
Wow.
It's a different world.
There's levels to this game.
I told you those numbers for the futures this last week. I told you to make the 5
On
minute bars into 50 contract bars.
for ZN, right?
Yeah,
We're
whatever.
looking at ZN
Fine
at the
on
time.
any
Yeah,
of them.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Excellent.
It's 50 ticks.
50
You
ticks.
just have to go over to ticks, not time.
Okay. Excellent. Where are we? Okay. Yes, Heinerberg Omen. So yeah, thank you guys for the 125-day MA chat. That's good. And then yeah, so yeah, Heinerberg Omen, extremes are yeah, stacked on the 52-week low side, which is extreme fear. And then looking at the more median-esque value of looking at the overall number of tickers rising versus overall number of tickers that are falling, this gives you a better approximation. And that's on the extreme fear side. And we haven't seen it this bad in a long time, looks like. We are literally see 780 right now, and the worst was 790-ish in July. So this is the worst uh market breadth ever. And you think about the long-term trends. We have more debt now than what we had in July. So apples to apples, this is a bigger disaster.
Well, it's $1 trillion per 100 days. That's the one that you need to ram down people's throats. Ram it down the Democrats' throats. That's a gigantic number. $1
A
trillion
trillion, 100 days.
of
Yeah.
additional debt per 100 days.
The human mind cannot
Well,
contemplate
yeah, they can't do
trillions,
it.
even
But
billions. Yeah.
you map that into like a 2018 budget, the Fed budget. And the numbers are just mind blowing. I mean, the whole military spending was only $700 billion. And we're talking about $1 trillion with additional debt per 100 days. We're out of our minds. The Democrats just loaded us up and turned us into debt slaves.
To be fair, you can blame a lot of the rhinos too. Like, fuck all the congressmen and House reps collectively.
Whoever they're out of control.
Yeah.
I mean, the younger generation needs to look at this and say, "You fucked me. I'm going to be a debt slave because of you."
That's why I'm packing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean the point is they need to be pulled over the
Yeah,
Republican Party.
fair, more than fair. And again, we this is not a political show. We hate all sides equally
Yeah.
for all the right reasons. All right. Okay, now I think we can look into the index RV a little bit better. All right, cool. All right. Let's start with our yeah, we're already here. All right. Let's do this live. All right. All right, this is a little bit unusual. Very high PCR number. And again, we've seen a trend, right? We've seen more extreme numbers on green days because obviously they're buying cheap hedges for the next rip your face off rally. Not rally, crash. So they're just collecting these little tokens. And you'll see the other regular indexes, there's no extreme fear, which this might imply. So if PCR was really high on a red day, I'd be nervous. Like on Tuesday and Wednesday, this number was practically asleep, or was it a normal baseline? So yeah, like that's why I knew it wasn't quite as a big deal as it really was. It's nice to have that historical data in your head of market over bets. All right, now let's go. Let's get off the future side. Look at the big boy options contracts. 1.6, fair value about 1.3, 1.4. This is very normal. So yeah, business as usual. Contract count looks about good too. And if we pivot towards more retail-esque, like SPY and the Qs, we should see some substantial optimism. So yeah, 1.1 versus like 1.5, 1.6 is a bit of a different put call ratio. And we have to see sleepy deltas, sleepy numbers on the 0 to 20 delta here. All right, so that's the S&P family. Let's pivot to the NASDAQ and let's do the same thing. Let's start with the future side and go down the chain. So let's see. Here we got the, oops, NQ. Let's start with the futures. 1.4. I'm still learning what the baseline is for NQ futures. I think that's pacing ES very similarly. If we go to NDX, we should see a little bit more optimism. And yes, 0.873. So again, remember, this is very NVIDIA centric. NVIDIA's up almost 3% on the day. That's an intraday. That's like the third intraday high. Okay, let's see. And let's look at the Qs. This should be pretty robust today. Okay, 1.1. So not quite as big as NDX, but still fairly optimistic, all things considered. So yeah, that's the S&P and the Nasdaq going from smart money down to retail. And let's check out the Russell RTY. Start with the futures. And I think the only one that trades the Russell heavily is me and Adolfo, I think. Okay. All right. Here's futures 1.1. And again, I'm still learning Russell futures baseline values. But I do know RUT a little bit better. All right, let's look at RUT. This is our 1256 version, 2.263. That's fairly normal for what it is. Yeah, this is normal, unfortunately. Uh, and then we have the Russell 2K. Again, relatively speaking, S&P is the normal. Nasdaq is like the hot Korean girl. Um, the Russell 2K is the schizophrenic psycho ex-girlfriend. And the diamonds or the Dow Jones is the dumb kid that eats glue in elementary school. All right, so here's a Russell 2000. So here's the IWM 1.922. Fair value is about 2.3. So this is on the bullish side. Cool. So that's the whole stack of Russell. Let's pivot to the diamonds really quick. And let's repeat the same thing. YM, I look at this uh, the least. Um, and I guess because there's no volume. Oh, duh, Warren. Okay. Let's go to the diamonds really quick. I also don't look at this as much as I should. And now that NVIDIA's added to the Dow Jones, this is getting into the same everything bubble problem with NVIDIA. Like when Larry was telling us before about Bubba Horowitz's index rotation strategy of going into the diamonds, I think that play is less and less valid now. They're just less non-correlated asset classes to play with, unfortunately. Besides silver and natural gas. Holy shit. You should call silver, the Widowmaker's cousin or something, or at least a chambermaid. Jesus Christ. All right, so here's the diamonds though. This is famously optimistic. It's not very thinly traded, so you can see these oversized bets pretty obviously. And fair value is 1.0, and this is 0.52. I have not seen it this aggressive in a long time. If I was smarter, I would write this down and maybe track it. Maybe I guess I should. All right, let's write that down. Diamonds PR, PCR of 0.529 on 12/19/2024. All right, I'll put that on the spreadsheet somewhere. Okay, cool. So that's the market overview, and we can't close out without looking at the VIX and see where that value is. So you can imagine for all my credit premiums hustling friends, we've been slugging it out for the last 90 days. It's been a very turbulent market. And since VIX was so undervalued for so long, we weren't getting fair premiums for the amount of risk that we were allocating. So now we're getting back into better values. But late July was very exciting, but yeah, we'll get back there.
Warren, quickly, what do you think of the VIX today, the action on the VIX today? I have my long position, and I'm like contemplating closing it out.
Oh, we gotta defer to Dave,
I know.
our VIX expert. Don't listen to me.
Oh,
Well, I can guess, but Dave, what would you say? Like,
what do you think, Dave?
Okay, so the whole trade, and this is what I did on VB because it did it be even better, was that you wait for a panic and then you just go short on everything VIX.
we talked about this repeatedly.
And back when ZB acted like a VIX, that was my main trade. I was far happier with that than ES. So I traded mostly gold and CB.
I bought a long call on
But you
VIX.
shouldn't buy
I
VIX
did.
after the panic unless
Oh, no. I bought this a
Yeah.
while back. I bought this a while back. I bought a 25 call expiring in January, and I paid like $1.25. It's now at $1.72.
Hmm.
So
That's good. That's good.
yeah, I know. I think I should just close it because you know how VIX
Yeah, it's not going up
tomorrow.
any farther unless people panic.
Yeah, and the panic is only very short-lived. So
Right.
I'm not gonna hold. I'm gonna close and then
And that's why the trade is so cool, is that panics happen and then they stop happening and people have already forgotten what happened 3 days ago.
Right. Who
I just
said it?
closed. I just closed
Oh,
mine.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Who said
Yeah,
it? The market has the attention span of a flea.
yeah, that's what I said.
Dave, yeah, there you go. There, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, human beings. It's just human psychology. It's human nature. This is human frailty, basically, that you're seeing. This is we oversize loss aversion. That's why VIX is so explosive. And then when we realize we're not dying and it's not nuclear war, we
Right.
we flip so fast.
So then at this point, I think we should short VIX back down to reverse
Yes.
it,
Well,
right?
no, actually, you were supposed to do that
Yesterday.
yesterday.
Oh,
Today, it's a
Or
new world, Wani.
first thing you could get into this morning, which I put on my longs. I bought some cheap out of the money call spreads,
hmm
and they doubled. Well,
hmm
before the market even opened, they had already doubled.
hmm
So it's post-disaster. We're a little late to the
Right.
party. You can still do it. You just make less money. You'd risk a little bit
Right.
more. Yeah, it still worked though. Yeah, you can sell a call spread.
Or spreads. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Go back and back test it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we only had two spikes all year. So yeah, I mean, if you were trading the VIX, it's a little bit complicated, compared to past years. Yeah, the market's a
But
little.
I,
the trades are actually, you can do this at much higher resolution. I mean, you don't need these giant jumps. You just need today's a down day. It's
Mhm.
fear, and tomorrow probably to turn around. Sometime in the next 4 or 5 days, I expect it to turn around.
Right. And
So I
and
mean, you could do the opposite of
Right,
saying that the market just went down. Let's argue it's not going to go down anymore, and they'll forget, and it'll go
right,
back up.
right.
exactly. But
And
then also,
that's the standard reversion trade that I trade all day long.
right, but then also I'm anticipating some sort of whatever, unrest or whatever during the January 6th and the inauguration in January. So that's why I'm
Right.
betting on VIX on the long side with all the uncertainties that could happen between now and January. And I'm betting long on DJT. So I'm trading VIX and DJT.
Whoa,
Okay.
let me think about that for a second. So you have no diversity then.
Oh,
Those are,
I'm just talking about this. These are just two of my trades. I mean, I do plenty of others. So
okay,
So
but just so you know, like
yeah.
they're both the same. They're both fundamentally the same thing with different
Yes,
instruments.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
and
do
that's
know
one
that.
of the traps.
I do know that. Yeah. So I'm just thinking that Trump gonna takes the office and then his platform
He
going to
needs to not die
exactly,
by
and
the
that's what I
20th.
am.
That is
That's
not
exactly.
that is not an easy ask. That is a very tall order.
Right. So
So if something
those
happens to
drones,
him, the market gonna
those
get
drones looking for nuclear material, that was the kind of event that could have just blown everything up. I mean, that's the baby black swan that kicks everybody's ass.
And what was that in actuality? It was I think I was talking about it with my homies. Let me find it really quick.
I don't
It
think
was
you've
it was it
already
was it was a
heard
naval
yet.
warfare test run. Here, I'll show you guys. Where is it?
Why? Why would they do this?
I found the link. One second. Oh no, is it on my chat?
Well, to distract everybody from some scumbag move that somebody's pulling.
Uh,
Yeah,
where's my phone?
that's why you do crazy shit.
I have the link. I have the link. Hold on. It's on Telegram or some shit. Let me find it. One second.
Why did they test biowarfare over San Francisco in the 50s?
Yes, they tested that bacteria thing. We're all guinea pigs.
Well, they tested a block out the sun thing too.
Yes, that Mr. Burns thing is more than real. And Elon is not too far behind. It is a wild world. Yeah, let me find that naval warfare thing for you guys. One second. It's buried in my more conspiratorial channels.
You could
Uh,
just post in the Discord if you want.
yeah. No, this is good for everybody. Uno momento. Airdrop. Here we go. La 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 la. Here we go. Accept. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! Drone mystery solved. U.S. military, Naval Air Warfare Center Aircraft Division. And the exact drone in question is this unit here. It is called a number four something. Yeah. Petrol Dynamics XP4 Trans Wing Drone. And the the San Jose version of this is Archer Aviation, right next to
Mhm.
Samsung on North First Street. I walk by here maybe every other day. Yep. Okay.
There's another company that I heard is Red Cat Holding, RCAT, RCAT. A lot of people
Oh, wow.
um
That's cool.
bumped up that
That looks
the
pretty cool.
stock. Yeah, the stock a few days ago with all the
Oh, okay.
drone things. Yeah.
Hold up. Easy, easy. Hold up. Why? Mr. Cost of Living Adjustment is awake and saying he's really bored. Wants to. Hi, Cola. Okay.
Big spike a couple days ago.
Oh wow, holy cow. And oh, Wall Street Bets loves this. It's like that right under that $10 mark. It's perfect.
Yes, it's not the Wall Street Bets
Looks
chips.
affordable.
Yep.
God damn it. Okay. Very cool. So yeah, so yeah, I put it in the chat. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so mystery. I mean, but also there's been some weird things about this, right? So like, they've banned all drone flights altogether in Jersey. So it's just weird. But yeah. Okay. Next item. We got to look at the almanac. All right, cool. Let's read December's, and we got triple witching upon us, so this will be important. So yeah, December should be number three for the S&P since 1950 and the Dow. Number three for the Nasdaq since 1971. 2018 had the worst December since 1931. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Small caps start to outperform larger caps near the middle of the month. Hmm. Santa Claus rally visible in graph above. 1998 was part of the best fourth quarter since 1928. But what happened in 1999? Fourth quarter expiration week, most bullish triple witching week. Dow up 23 of the last 32. And in presidential election years, December's ranks number two for the Dow, number two for the S&P, and number five for the Nasdaq. Excellent. And bear with me as I try to find my PDF. Where's my PDF? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, we need January, right? Oh, shit. I need to buy 2025's version. I know Larry has it, but he's driving. Okay. We'll just read January from here. Let's see. January's barometer predicts the year's course with a .726 batting average. 12 of the last 18 presidential election years follow January's direction. Every down January on the S&P since 1950, without exception, preceded a new or extended bear market, flat market, or 10% correction. Uh, my USO just closed. Yay. S&P gains January's first 5 days preceded full year gains 83% of the time. And 15 of the last 18 presidential election years followed the first 5 days direction. November, December, January constitute the year's best 3 month span of 4.2% S&P gain. January's NASDAQ power for 2.7% since 1971. And January effect now starts in mid-December and favors small cap stocks. And 2009 has a dubious honor of the worst S&P 500 January on record. Dow gained more than 1,000 points in 2018 and 2019. And yes, Ross is making a good observation. Drone sightings drive up drone stocks. And everyone yawns at any talk of UFOs. It's a different world out here. Holy cow. So yeah, so that's a January almanac. Pretty powerful, right, guys? You know what? Let me just drop this screenshot because there's some good jewels here. So good trends to know about. And let's just take a look at February, just so we can pre-plan in our head a little bit, right? Da, 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 February. All right, so what to call it soon. February is the weak link in the best 6 months. Recent record, S&P up 9, down 6, average change of 0.1% for the last 15 years. It sounds like the Chinese Shanghai exchange. Number three, NASDAQ month in presidential election years, average 1.8% gained. Blah, blah, blah. It's number 9, number 11 for the Dow, number 11 for the S&P, and day before President's Day, S&P is down 19 of the last 32. Blah, 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 blah. Pretty depressing. Okay. So yeah, that's what's up. And let's add this to our document for all of our homies. And cool. Oops. That's already here. Okay, cool. February. Okay, cool. All right, we're skipping sector rotation. We got a couple earnings trades. What else we got cooking for today? Nike, FedEx, BlackBerry, AVO. Don't know what they do. Carnival tomorrow morning. Winnebago. Interesting. Winnebago should be bad because I've been watching the RV market a little bit, and that's been a disaster. And that's connected to the 10-year yield quite closely due to financing costs, similar to mortgages. And FedEx should be fun. And I'm sure you guys have noticed the fleet of Amazon vehicles out there delivering and the guys in the blue vests and whatnot. And can you imagine like how's Amazon and UPS feel about all of that? Like they fed a monster and they only have themselves to blame. And yeah, as a good barometer of business cycles in general, yeah, here's FedEx looking kind of shaky. Let's look at UPS for a second. This is looks like quite the disaster. And traditionally, the differences between UPS and FedEx, this is a little bit different now, but traditionally it's UPS has more trucks. So if you want to ship heavier things, you use more UPS, but FedEx has more planes. So if you had to get a contract signed, with ink in New York, probably would use FedEx. So yeah, this changed a little bit, but yeah. But yeah, looking at the on balance volume, UPS is a dog. People have been selling it off big time. And that monster labor union contract where average pay per capita was 180K is no doubt killing UPS. So Teamsters, you've done it again. Again, I don't want to sound like, like I'm anti-union. Workers should absolutely be free to associate however they fit. And bosses can become insane. That's more than fair. But I think in this climate, it's a little bit different.
Agree with you.
Yeah. So yeah, FedEx. Again, what's the play? There's money flowing in here. So again, this is not the average person. These are, blue chip, wannabes, pension funds, mutual funds. Supposedly they see FedEx as a point of safety, and that is testing the 200-day moving average right now. So what's the put call ratio on it right now? 0.774. That's slightly bearish. So yeah, there's easier trades than trying to figure out if FedEx is going to go long or not. Okay. So yeah, guys like me will trade non-directional or just sell one side. So for FedEx, like I would just sell call spreads and call it a day. But then again, they do have some inflows. It's hard to say. I don't know. Cool. What else is out there? All right, let's keep going. Anything else fun? Oh yeah, we have our good econ. Let's hit up our econ articles and we'll call it a day because that's where most of the research was. All right, let's summarize FOMC for the lay folks. All right, the global system is over leveraged, overtaxed, and printing too much money. Rates can't go up, and the Fed is jawboning again. Just talking, just talking. Meaning they cut rates when they know inflation is not dead because they have huge debt to finance and they cut the number of future rate cuts as a jaw-boning signal that they're going to be tough on inflation. If they were serious, they would raise the rates. It's all smoke and mirrors. They could stop inflation right now, but continuing to raise rates to 8% and also cut spending, but that's not going to happen. So the inflation tax will continue. They can never raise rates ever again to a point they will stop inflation. They have to keep monetizing the debt and future unfunded liabilities. Nothing has changed at all. And then add Dave's comment, 100 days equals $1 trillion in interest payments. Crazy. All right.
That's deficit spending.
Yeah.
Every 100 days, we had another $1 trillion of deficit spending.
And if you think about this, again, this is not my idea, but Peter Schiff called this out. For the new Doge department that might flare up, nothing's going to get done because Trump has he's not going to touch the big unfunded liabilities, right? And the big allocations, right? So military, Social Security, Medicare, not touched. So then we have nothing else to cut.
Yeah, there
And
is nothing else.
right.
I mean, there's all the bloat. We could take back the student loans, and I mean, there's a bunch of things we could, but
Right.
But
But the big ones are Social Security, Medicare, and
right,
defense.
right.
If we
And
can't touch those
I
three, yeah.
sent those House floor talking about budget things just because of that. Because uh, there's two guys and they basically lay the whole thing out. They basically say that you can't you can't lower the budget if you don't touch these things. So like
Exactly.
the big one is Medicare because we're completely blowing Medicare. And I don't want to be mean, but we can't be spending $600,000 for every cancer patient. I mean, it's just absurd. People need to get over it and
Yeah.
admit that maybe there's only 3 years left. Let's live your life as good as possible.
Or
Thank
maybe we should stop funding and giving away free medicals to illegals.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's off the top.
And there's also that other big hole in the bucket where we do foreign aid to finance other militaries. That little
Exactly.
pesky thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And plus, I mean, we're talking about like private sectors and the governments, it's different mindset. In
Yeah, yeah,
private
of course.
sectors, we have to look at what is it, P&L, right?
Right.
The accountabilities, right? Their profit and loss, their accountability, their productive, people have to be productive. But in the government sectors, they don't care. They're getting budget every year anyway. They
Well,
don't care
you see,
about private.
that's what you have to change.
Exactly. I mean, they're
You have
not
to
going to care
start
about
acting
whether
like a
it's
corporation.
profit or loss to them, right?
Right. There's
Oh, no.
there's
Yeah.
no penalty for
No
screwing.
penalty.
That's the
Exactly.
worst of it. The leaders don't get hammered for screwing everything up.
Exactly. So no accountability on the governments, and they don't care.
And
It'll be a tough war with Dodge people, Elon tried to do.
it's well, I think that he's going to be able to do things. I just hope he doesn't get sucked into too many. But the biggest one that it's obvious is Medicare, and then Social Security. We were written up in Social Security that you're paying people, and then you're taking it back and calling it revenue. The IRS, basically, if you make too much money, you have to pay back the money as taxes, which is just absurd. Why are we even sending the money?
And also, have you guys heard of a program called Cow Savers?
No.
I got an email about California. I think it's called Cow Saver. It's basically like a way to take your paycheck into your invest in your retirement. I said no, thank you.
Oh, China just launched this too.
Yeah,
This
I
is
opt
a
out of it. I
okay.
got an email yesterday.
This is a regional IRA provided by the most broke state in the union.
Oh,
Just keep that in mind. Like
yeah,
when your bookie owes money to another bookie, but he wants to sell your retirement product, you tell him to fuck off.
I did. I told them to F off. Yes.
So
Don't
China
touch,
just launched this too,
don't
by the
touch my
way.
money. I'm not
Yeah.
stupid.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked China yet, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Your money, your future. Come on.
Yeah. And Michael Lewis is writing a book on the fall of California. Because his last page of the Big Short was about it was an interview with a Texan prop firm or something, and this was written in the context of like the late 2010s, and the last conversation was about like what's the most indebted nation in the or state in the union,
It's
and the
California.
book ends in one word, California.
California.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Nowhere else.
yeah, it's serious, and if you noticed, avian flu, we just had a new emergency announcement this week from Gavin. And then don't forget, we have new gas prices in 2 weeks
What? What new gas prices?
in California for the
What,
new
what,
for the new charges for our specialized proprietary blend to save all the redwood trees.
what the hell?
So prices will
Well, it's
spike like
worse than you think.
yeah,
But
prices will spike
we
like
talked about it.
62. Yeah, it'll
He's
spike like a
screwing up
dollar.
the refineries. Basically, we're not going to have gasoline manufactured in California.
I mean, $1 more to what we're paying right now. So you're talking about like $5, $6 a gallon?
For
Yeah.
87. Yeah, it's
There's
coming.
no way.
So the most affected, working poor. And this wipes out like Uber X, Uber Eats, DoorDash drivers, like their margins
How
are
can
gone.
anyone let them pass this new law
Well,
like this?
because nobody's telling the poor people. That's the thing. And nobody's telling the Democrats that are being screwed by all these people. We need to tell them.
I mean, the
And
poor people.
actually, I put that in a public post
So
on
so
Facebook.
so what happens basically? Basically, you're basically seeing the setup for the reign of terror
Right.
from a historical context.
Well,
You
they
know,
should be scared because they know what's going to happen to them.
2,000 starving peasants took over Paris.
Yeah, the guillotine.
So you got to prime the pump.
And they're not afraid.
No, because they've gotten away with this shit forever.
But CEOs are getting popped, so things are changing a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a CEO hotline, that's right. And if you guys have been following like the Diddy, the Jay-Z situation,
Hotline.
holy shit. Like,
We
yeah,
should have Newsom hotline for him.
there is one. There is one for the allegations, but yeah.
This is ridiculous.
So 2025, it's
No
gonna
way.
be very crispy. VIX will be crazy in 2025. It will not be like 2024, flat and tight. It will not be that easy. Um, yeah, so it'll
So
be a
you,
great year, guys. It'll be a great year.
so you're saying people in California would just take this and let it.
What did everyone else do with the lockdowns and the medical tyranny? They rolled over. They bent over. Am I
My
wrong?
God, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Show me an Asian male under 40 that's not vaccinated. I'll give him a bar of silver. Show me one. Show me one.
Um,
I'm the only one.
There's
I'm the
none.
and
only
woman
fucking one. Under
and
40.
woman and
Under 40.
woman. Yeah.
Huh?
And woman, Asian woman, me.
Well,
No, it's
yeah.
China.
Well,
Is it?
they have different problems over there. They have more traditional food safety disasters. Like I
Well, and
don't
they would have been welded into their houses.
that too. That too. Yeah. Like I am not breeding with mainland Chinese women. Like that is an old inferior model. Like we sailed past that ship.
But you would think that people would be waking up by now after 4 years of being, lied to and all of that stuff,
Except
right?
they're not. I'm burying
That's the problem.
friends.
Yeah.
Well,
Young girls have breast cancer. Uh, oh yeah, you guys know Don Lee. He's dying. If you guys know,
Really?
Don Lee is dying.
Dawn? What
Don Lee is
happened?
like we are gonna bury our friend in the next
What
coming months.
happened?
Vaccinated, almost 10 times,
Oh my
and he
God.
went from 0 to stage 4B prostate
Mm.
cancer, like turbo cancer. By the time they detected anything, it had metastasized way past his prostate gland.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Um, that like again, is this conspiracy? Like Warren, you're not a doctor. Look,
We're not stupid, Warren. We're
I know
not
my
stupid.
biology, and I'll fight anyone on my MCB stuff on ribosomes all day. Like I know that shit. So yeah,
We're not stupid. That's why.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. A lot of people were bullied. They had
And
wives.
rich.
Yeah, they had wives and mortgages
They
to
got
pay for.
work. They can't
Yeah.
be going to work if they're not vaxxed. It's all this.
Warren has rifles and gold. Warren doesn't give a fuck. Warren told his boss to shove it up his ass.
That's right.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, you have to. You have to. Your health is your life, your own
I know,
control.
but I paid for that. Like, I don't know
I
if I
understand,
mean
but
I
in the
had
long run,
but yeah, but no one made it besides me. So it's been it's a 99% failure rate behind me, relatively speaking. Okay,
yeah,
okay. Sorry, back to
very
business.
angry about this. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
My
It's a
kids too, so
it's a
except for
self
Tucker.
okay.
Except-
It's a self-correcting problem, Wani, if you can read between the lines.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll see who's standing in a decade. We'll talk shit then. All right.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. All right, sorry. Econ. Let's finish these three econ articles and call it a day and get back to trading. We need to go make some money. All right. All right. Three important charts to look at. These are really important. So, these are major crosses here. So, dollar strength is the obvious one. Japanese yen. Again, this is the third largest currency in the world, and it is, besides this and CHF, the Swiss franc, this is the safe haven currency. So yeah. And again, don't forget, this has its own geopolitical risk, which is unique unto itself, thanks to Beijing, which is doing all kinds of dumb shit. And on the geopolitical side, Russia and China are not very cool right now. They are not touching each other's airspace. In fact, no airplanes are having shared base access right now. And we've confirmed this on the military intelligence front by seeing Chinese airplanes on their patrols. They specifically take longer routes to avoid Russian airspace altogether now. Like this is kind of out of character, out of pocket, as it were. So and again, why is this? It's not hard to understand. Beijing's a rabid dog right now. Xi Jinping, his new military purge is killing him. So yeah, and they just issued a circular memo internally that's been leaked, which was telling cadres to cooperate with corruption investigations because two colonels went down fighting in the last 2 months. Like they shot the investigators that came to arrest them. They said, fuck you. And then they shot themselves. Traditionally, disgraced generals that are busted for fraud jump off a building. Now they're carrying sidearms and shooting people. This has never happened before. The military purge is insane right now in Beijing. Insane. So yeah, people buying Alibaba stock, like good luck. I'm right on the other side of that trade. So yeah. So yeah, that's that. So that's the yen for you. Um, okay, 10-year, obviously, we got to keep our eye on this right here. This drives all of the key capitalization things from mortgages to homes and everything else in between. And yeah. And then TLT is a great way to trade this if you don't have futures access, because TLT is a combo of 10 and 30 years to create a synthetic 20.
TLT and TBT.
What's EBT? I don't.
EBT.
TB as in boy.
EBT. What is that?
It's the inverse of TLT, sort of.
EBT? This one?
No, T as in Thomas. Thomas Boy Thomas.
Thomas Boy Thomas. Oh, wow.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
TBT. Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
inverse. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it liquid? It is. Wow, thousands of contracts. It
Inverse
is.
of
Oh yeah,
TLT.
it's huge. Yeah,
It's monthly,
TLT
but
and
liquid.
TBT are the two most popular, essentially bond on a stock market.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can we sell credit spreads? Yes, we can. That's all we
Yes.
need. All right. Selling lottery tickets. Beautiful. All right.
Where's TLT at today?
It was bearish earlier and it's recovered. I know because I'm shorting it.
Are you
Let's
shorting
see.
it?
Okay, next article. Again, this is kind of like our prior theme of today, which is everything's very NVIDIA centric. So, um, yeah, everything's NVIDIA. You have to look through the asset. It's just NVIDIA. And again, shout out to Dave's point on Citadel. Yeah, that was a coordinated cartel-like attack. It happens. It happens. And
So I wouldn't blame that on Citadel.
no, this is like the trading
Citadel
desk
made money.
cartel, as it were.
I mean, Citadel shifted money all over the place, and they absorbed a bunch of stock because they have a position. They were probably saying, yeah, these stupid people are just going to sell us all their stock for cheap, and we're going to take the market up next week because they've got models that say where the stock market is, and they're holding huge inventories of things. They aren't trading in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Do you
Their options have options against it, and they've got stock that they're holding inventory of stock and options, and it all goes into this big giant model that makes sure they never lose money.
And institutions probably have information from them.
Yes,
And
some,
they have that informal subscription to the
Right.
US Bureau of Labor and Statistics.
and if you can find who um Tasty Trade guys are getting their executions from, that's the name of the list. There's like,
Sosnov?
huh?
Tom Sosnov?
Yeah. Well, so when they built Tasty Trade, they made friends with people who would pay them for um, data flow or
Hmm.
transaction flow. So you find the list of who their main suppliers are, and they're all competing, for the business. Um, they're paying for order flow. That's the word.
Right.
So it's
Payment for
probably written.
order
Somebody
flow.
has
Yeah.
the data.
Well,
Um,
that's what the Robinhood does, right?
Right.
It
Same thing with
sells
Robinhood.
order
So
flows to
whoever's
Citadel.
whoever's paying for the order flow is basically making the market, and they do all the options. No, nobody's executing against you unless you just leave a resting order.
Well, you're omniscient at this level, right? You're omniscient. You can see everything.
Yeah, so they're the
No,
one that
yeah,
make the
that's totally
most.
true. And not only that, you have customers that are saying,
Right,
"Oh, I want
Right.
50,000
right,
shares
right,
of this."
right,
And you have friends. You have real
right.
friends. Like when George Carlin says, those club friends, like you know, you have secretaries and undersecretaries of state that you can call on a cell phone
Right,
in a
right.
Well,
different
and the
life.
other thing is their models basically say, "Oh, we can go short on this, but we're going to go hedge it against this other stock that we know there's plenty of volume of." I
And
mean, these
let's not
guys are really smart.
let's not talk about their expediting team out there in the field that can push the needle like in South Korea.
How can SEC turn blind eyes to this? They
They
know
aren't turning a blind eye. That's the
In
thing.
collusion.
they're in
Citadel has
collusion
all
with
kinds
them.
of
And why
people.
don't they go get Citadel or go get
No, you see, Citadel is really, really smart. They aren't cheating. They're just beating the
right?
system because they know how
They
they're
have the
smart shots in the
technology.
room.
Right, right. They have technologies, they have
Well, they have giant models of everything, and basically they're holding inventory of stock. And when they sell you an option, it just ends up in this big giant chain of inventory that they're building hedges against. So not only do they can hedge it against this stock, but they can hedge it off of Intel,
any,
or they can hedge it
anything they
off of
want.
of, of
Anything.
Apple this week. They can hedge anything because
Right. They
got
have
this giant
information.
model that can digest how to do this. And
Right.
and their inventory is so high that it just disappears into the noise.
Wow.
Economic hitmen.
Hitman for sure.
Bond vigilantes. Holy shit.
Wow.
It's a very uphill battle. So that's why I'm just gonna be smart like Flav and hide behind, my two Sigma barricades and just go off to the sunset that way. We'll safely throw rocks from 96% probabilities from our
You
glass
can
from
take risks if you take both sides. That's the whole thing.
non-denominational. There you
And,
go.
and and that's where the pairs trades come in.
Hell
You
yeah.
long one and you short the other, and you're basically winning the middle.
Yeah. I need to paper trade that more often. Thank you, Dave, for all of the fierce encouragement. All right, cool guys. I think we'll call it there. I think that's
Okay.
most of it. I think we made really good progress today. And let me share the notes one more time for all the folks. I'll get this uploaded per the usual. And awesome, guys. Well, kept it a little shorter and tighter today. Well,
Hmm.
remember, it's Christmas. Have fun. Oh shit. We gotta talk about the weekend. Sorry, I forgot. Dim sum. Can we confirm the head count? We're looking at Sunday, right? Let me double check. We picked Sunday per Wani's schedule, right?
Sure. Who's going?
I think it's three of us, right? So
Three of us?
Adolfo, me, Wani. Anyone else?
Oh,
I just want to confirm, like, because I want to get an outdoor table for us. So again, my treat. Who would like to come in the Bay Area? Ross, sorry, homeboy. Anytime you're in the Bay Area, dude, let me know. Dude, you can fucking rock with me. Who else? Anyone else?
Thanks, but during the weekday is better for me.
Weekday, yeah. But then
oh.
then Wani can't come, so it's like maybe we
I
just
know,
maybe I
I
should
know.
have
So,
two of
so,
them.
so,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's fine. No
Or
problem.
I should alternate every other month. Like here's the weekday crew, here's the weekend crew. All right, next time, no worries. But yeah, so for this Sunday, yeah, so it looks like it'll be a small group. So if anyone else is here, let me know. Yeah, meeting next week. We'll keep it
What
very
time? Hey,
casual.
Warren, what time on Sunday?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
what time and where?
Mayflower, Milpitas. We'll grab an outdoor table.
What time you thinking about meeting?
Can you guys do let me double check their hours. The earlier the better. So we beat the rush. The rush starts at like 10, like 11 to like 1. We'll never get a table. So Mayflower, Milpitas. Oh, let me stop the recording. Save
I wonder
some.
if Rob is around. Rob doesn't
Oh
live.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's not
Yeah,
here, right? Yeah, yeah. Let me.
yeah, I can.
Let me make a note. I'll text Rob, and I think Massey is might be free. I'll test Maxie, Rob, and then
What
let
was the
me
other
let me
guy? The Asian guy last night. I don't know his name. JC or something.
Jason Chan,
Is it Jason? Oh yeah, yeah,
Jason Chan,
Jason. Jason.
the kind of monotone
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
golf
yeah,
looking guy. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll invite him, and then obviously invite the board. Yeah. I mean the SVOG board. So Dennis, Larry if he's available. Yeah, let me write that down. Larry, how could I forget Larry? Our OG of the Trader Talk crew, our salty dog. Let me double check hours. Yeah, 11. All right, let's call it 11 on Sunday. I'll get there early with the dog and grab an outdoor table. It'll be a little cold, so
Yeah.
wear a jacket. They have heaters though, but wear a jacket. So yeah, should be good. This is my favorite spots. Intel hosts most of their Chinese lunar parties at this restaurant. We rent the whole thing, and I do all
Wow.
the audio. So that's why, like, I've talked to Charles from Supermicro for like a couple sentences, and I found him quite the pussy. I don't know how his company survived. It wasn't him muscling it through. He's the figurehead. It's not him.
So is SMCI going to be delisted? What's the story?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
uh, so I'm gathering. Okay. I try to invite you guys too. I was talking with Alan and his friends, and they're
Mhm.
all pissed off techies. A lot of
Yeah.
infrastructure engineers, sysadmins. In the tech space, you understand this category of engineer is the most conservative because they're obsessed with uptime and they assume all conditions and field conditions will be the worst. So they always overbuild.
Mhm.
Like they're the best engineers. They're very different from
I live
like
that way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Everything
they're
has a
old school.
contingency plan, and
Exactly. And
you're planning shit for like 3 months.
right, right. And they're
Everybody's
all
trained to do things before the equipment arrives.
right, right. And they're old Gen X, like
Mhm.
Dave and like Kurt's age. So like they've seen the Bay Area grow up. So, they understand punch cards to, terminal commands. So having that kind of perspective builds a better career. And okay, what am I getting to? Sorry. I'm
So
I'm
what
I'm, I'm building a
Alan
hangout.
telling you?
We're gonna pull up charts and watch lists, and we're gonna break down the Nasdaq. It's basically a lot of semiconductor and infrastructure engineers. We're gonna talk shit, look at charts, and place money bets with
Mhm.
Warren facilitating. So this should be really fun for all the techies. So I'm gonna invite all you guys. So we're just gonna. It's a little bit more surgical than what we do for Trader Talk. Like this is just pure tech. So you can imagine we're gonna we because we have guys everywhere. Fabs and AMD, Intel, Supermicro with Alan Chen. He builds POCs. for the big customers. That's why he's actually in deep with inner workings there. Like we cannot have a better mo
Wow.
at Supermicro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
holy shit, guys. But
When are we doing this? When are we talking about
yeah, yeah,
this?
yeah. So this is hard to coordinate with the holidays, but we'll probably do it like during that dead week between Christmas and New Year's and just
Hmm.
hang out. We're gonna trying to find a whiteboard, a conference room, and just talk shop, hang out, order food and bullshit, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think that should be really fun and you know, I'll definitely keep you guys posted. So we're still putting this together. I'm working with Alan. So yeah, we'll call this our you know, tech and stocks, powwow or something.
Hmm.
Because we do have the right players. And remember, it's the Silicon Valley Options Group. We're a
Right.
thousand people strong, easily
Yeah.
80% of our membership, engineers,
Yeah.
formally, all STEM degrees for the most part, besides weird DJs like myself. And yeah, just really sharp cats and old salty dogs still have will still have their day. So wisdom and experience is really important when you're playing a game of death, like trading against Wall Street. And this is a game of death, guys.
Mhm.
There's no sympathy for losers here. It's either you make it or it's a margin call. That's it. Nothing in between, right?
Right, right.
Especially for zero TDE. It's like either we're buying tomahawks or we're filling body bags. Nothing in between.
Well, maybe I'll
Or you
see.
buy really far out of the money VXX
That's you. That's you.
for your
That's
tail risk.
that's a real hedge. There you go.
Yeah. Because Edward made big money in 2018 on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the big giant VIX crash.
Oh.
Dude, Ed looks at, crypto with monthly candles. Like he's that much of a baller. He's like, oh, the rest is noise. It's so badass.
We have long term.
I'm like, I'm on 5 minute candles.
Yeah.
Me and Cole are trying to rebuild.
So
Oh,
hey Warren, maybe I'll see if I can use that big room at the school.
oh, even better. Holy, if you have internet, that's all we need.
Of course we do.
Okay, that's actually a really nice central location because most of these folks are in Fremont.
Yeah, so it's convenient to
Yeah,
come to
okay,
the
perfect,
school. We have a
perfect.
huge
Well,
facility. You've seen it.
very, yeah, yeah, very cool. I forgot about that room. Castro Valley, perfect. We got the inside hookup.
Yeah, I'll see if I can, get us in there and
All
just
right,
use that as a meeting room.
perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you, Wani.
And it has to be on the weekends though, Saturday or
That's
Sunday.
exactly, yeah. So we'll do like off
Yeah.
time, like early morning or like late evening one night, just so like guys can come in. Yeah, yeah. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. We'll
That
keep
would
it good.
be wonderful. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, just and lots of these techie guys, like this is not option centric because a lot of these guys also want to hang out with us because they're not full-time traders, but they have 401ks, they have IRAs, and they
Right.
have long-term holdings, obviously in Nvidia and other things, and they would appreciate our sentiment and analysis.
Right. And we would appreciate their insights into
They're the real tech practitioners.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's
So,
really cool.
they've got long-term positions, so they should be trading around them.
Exactly. They should be selling calls at the
They've
very
got
least.
huge capital. They should be trading around those things,
But they
looking
Yeah.
at
don't, but
big
most,
dips and
but they don't know how they don't do it. They don't know. They don't want to.
Why? And this is a Kiyosaki line.
well, they're really busy. So
They're
Right, right,
busy with their
right,
work.
right,
It's not
make
what
sure
they
right.
they
do.
get to
It's not what
weekly.
they do. Yeah.
All right. Let me give you the catch-up equivalent of that. Robert Kiyosaki said this: people who work hard don't invest.
People who invest don't work hard. It's
Should you hire
true.
Warren? How
It
many
is
screens does he have
true.
on his desk? What is he doing?
No, that is so true. That is just absolutely true.
Yeah, unless you're Asian or Jewish, then it's different.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Indian.
Yes, yes. We love making money,
There you
so
go.
it's
But yeah,
true.
yeah. So we'll talk tech and not to leave my material science homies, out in the cold. I'm still a thin film guy for the most part. Uh, like I'm trying to bring in some material scientists as well. So I got some AMAT friends, and if you guys really understand like hardware, Applied materials is the forward-leading indicator. They're really a DoD front, if you really understand what they do.
Mm,
Yeah, that's
wow,
been that
really?
way since the 90s.
Exactly. The
AMAT
trans
was a favorite play.
Right. The transistor revolution was a big deal. Like the West Coast, like don't sleep on the West Coast. I know MIT and Boston gets a lot of accolades, but we got some heavy hitters here. We got, the
Yeah.
Berkeley nuclear labs, Livermore Lawrence labs was to support that. And transistors were born in San Jose.
Yeah, we
So,
got Silicon Valley here,
yeah.
right?
I
Yeah,
worked for Fairchild.
exactly. Yeah. We got a lot of OGs here, the
Yeah,
Xerox days, everything. So, that's the SVOG membership, and that's why we're the best options club. Because
absolutely. And you know what, Warren, we could even monetize that too, sell it to the public.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or a
So
seminar like this, it's
for
a house of
No,
art.
but now you're joining that big scumbag.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
Well, no, no.
I'm just thinking how we can.
We have to preserve the home brew ethos.
So
Sure,
what you do is you help them out, and then they ask you to manage some money.
that's true.
They have to come to you. You don't
That's
want to
right.
ask them.
Yeah, yeah.
But
That
we,
way, you're above board.
We'll sell books. We'll, s-
no,
we'll
we
sell.
should get a license first to be financial manager or something.
You can do it.
Uh,
It's not hard.
Or we can be Massey's middleman. We get him customers and we get a
No,
cut from him.
I don't think he's good
you
enough.
want Massey?
Massey's not good enough.
He's not good
Yeah.
enough.
No, no. Like I know what he does. Like to be fair, he does a lot of buy rights for his customers, and it works in an up market.
Hmm.
That's it. He just does buy rights.
We should do something like what? Where's Ferris? Ferris? I haven't
For
seen
us,
him.
he's in
Oh,
he's in San
Ferris?
Francisco. Yeah,
Yeah, but I haven't seen him here or on the Discord. He's just kind of,
he's spending his money. Do you know how much money he's made since Trump won the election? He doesn't give a
no.
fuck. He's been
Oh,
shorting a year on the yen like there's no tomorrow. I think he's on a vacation yet again.
oh, is he? Oh, okay, because I haven't
He's
seen him here.
balling. Don't worry about him.
Oh, okay. We should do
No
what?
news is good news.
We should like form some sort of an LLC of some kind.
He has one. He does
No, no,
one. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
we.
okay. Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you, me, Dave, and
There you go. There you
Flaps,
go.
whoever. We got so many smart
We are a
people.
good group. We are a good group for sure.
Yeah, we got such a great group of people and smart and unbelievably
Yeah,
knowledge and information. We should
we
do
do.
something with that.
All right. Okay, cool. Cola is really upset. He
Okay.
he wants to get out of here. So and it's 12 o'clock. So let's call it here. I gotta walk Cola and get back to the screen. So we'll catch you guys later. So yeah, for Sunday, folks, I'll text you guys. So far it is like Alan. Yeah, sorry, Alan too. That's right. I forgot.
Alan's coming.
Yeah, yeah, he's here. So it'll be
Oh,
like
he's here.
Alan,
Oh,
Wani, Adolfo. Maybe we'll get Linda. Let me see if I can get Drag Dawn out. He's having for his prostate cancer, he's having back-to-back.
no, no, he's going to Indonesia.
I think that's fucking insane. Number one,
He's going to Indonesia with Armor and Jonathan.
they should shoot both Jonathan and Amr. That's fucking irresponsible. Like, there's no hospital facilities that can handle
Oh,
Don
really?
Lee's stage
But
4.
he's going with Armor and his family. They're going to Indonesia
And
for
Don
like,
has money to burn. You should be traveling the first world nations with hospitals, not fucking Russian dominated Bali-esque resorts. Like the Bali scene is very different right now. I have friends there. It is not pretty.
Thailand has good hospitals.
Correct. Not Bali on the east side.
Yeah.
no, they're going on
Thailand absorbs people. It's one of the luxury places to go get your bypass and
Yeah.
maybe a free kidney.
But not if you have
Somebody else.
prostate cancer and you're bleeding out of your dick. Like that's
Well,
different.
I don't know how your dick doesn't work, but that's another thing.
no, they're going to Borneo. Borneo on a cruise, a boat.
I just think it's irresponsible, but
Well, I mean, Don, I don't
just
know.
just fly first class everywhere. Like end of story. Have a traveling nurse done. Like, why do you have to make this so complicated? You're a dying man with a lot of money on your hands. What the
Oh,
fuck are you
that's so
doing?
so sad. I didn't know that. Oh no.
You could like, yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's not as bad as you think. I'm confident.
He's surrounded by his friends, but this is not the way I would want to go out. Yeah. I mean, eggs like from a psychological perspective, let me just explain what Don Lee's value proposition is in life existentially. He wants to be seen as harmless, which is why he's been so compliant with all of this and has followed it to a T. Like so, like my first friends to wear their vaccination card on their like pocket sleeve, and to clip it there and show you was Don. I'm just like, that's a little hardcore.
Really?
Yeah. He
Wow.
was very compliant.
Wow.
And he had the opposite extreme in front of him, which is me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like some people just care more about how they're perceived than what's happening at the cellular level.
Well, some
And
people
that's
are
okay.
more,
That's
some
okay.
people are just more obedient, you know,
Exactly.
they
And
comply and they just
exactly.
follow. They just don't think for themselves.
Well, Don Lee, he's 5'2". I'm 6'2". Our lives are a night and day difference. He's been bullied his whole life. I've been bullied too, but I shoot back. It's different.
Right, right.
So I
5'2",
understand.
you can have some some Muay Thai moves. You
But he
kick
doesn't.
people in
I
the
know, but
ankles on the
I
right
know.
way. Oh, it hurts like
Oh yeah,
hell.
100%.
And you
But
can
he
break
doesn't.
somebody's legs or tear up tendons. If
Don
you're
didn't have.
5'2", I'd learned some shit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of damage you can do.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. If I was 5'2", I'd be more dangerous, not less. I like I'd be a better wrestler for sure. Um, and that's all the power.
5'2", I'd learn Muay Thai.
Muay Thai?
You kick people's legs, they
Yeah,
can't even walk.
yeah, just low
Yeah,
kicks all
I
day,
mean,
just low
it's
kicks.
totally different.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
there's a bunch of soft places on people, and elbows are awesome. An
And your
elbow to the
ribs,
chin
along your
will just
ribs
knock
too.
the shit out of a normal person. Yeah, those kicks, those are gnarly. Yeah, that's like a perfect example. And they aren't even hard kicks, and
it's
these
super
guys
easy.
just
Yeah,
totally flinch, can barely walk.
yeah, just calf kicks, low kicks. You
Yeah,
you 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 catch one or two of them, you won't be walking straight.
yeah. I mean, the guys who are fighting in the ring doing this stuff,
Yeah.
they pound on parts of their body really, really hard for years to get that strong.
Exactly. The bone calcifies slowly over time from the repeated abrasions. It's a dedication.
Hmm.
So yeah. And I'm only 2 inches shorter than Alex. This guy, Alex Pereira from Brazil.
Oh,
My fighting style is my stand-up looks like his a little bit because I've modeled after him, and because we have the same body type. And then for my grappling game, I model it after Henry Gracie. He's also my height, and just like a tall man's wrestling game is different from a short man's wrestling game.
hmm.
But yeah, okay, we've been talking too much. We gotta get out of here. All right.
We're meeting next Thursday though, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, I will host. You guys don't have to come. I got nothing else to do. We'll be trading anyway, so we'll hold
Right.
shop, yeah, at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay,
All
it's
right.
normal. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you
All
so
right.
much, Warren.
Good times, guys. Stay safe out there, and
We'll see
yeah,
you Saturday.
yeah, sounds good.
All right, sounds
Yeah. Oh
great.
yeah. Saturday meeting and then Sunday dim sum. It'll be a good weekend. All right. Take care, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Amen.